Okay, so it's been a long time coming, and we
Mm-hmm.
actually have Danny Giggles, Sausage Fest member number one, because he got the biggest kill in Naked and Afraid history. I am honored. Welcome to the show, Danny.
Thank you.
Welcome. We got meat.
Oh, God.
I had to.
No,
You had to do it.
I love that they
Welcome.
blasted that line. It was pretty funny.
Well, they did it in your first episode, too. They blasted you like, why is this so hard? Isn't that what you said?
Oh, yeah. Well,
And which is so funny because you are so funny and calm, but you are known for screaming, which is crazy,
I
right?
love to scream. I sang a bunch out there too, but of course, with copyrights, they can't show that.
Oh.
But yeah, heavy emotions. They'll bring it out of you.
Well, wait. What did you sing? Give us a line.
Oh, I sang lots of folk songs. I've been on a kick with Irish folk music lately. I think it's really wonderful. It's fun, it's playful, and they tell cool stories. So.
You're a little kooky. I like it. What's up with the kilt?
The kilt? So the kilt is of the Anderson plaid, which is my family from my grandmother's side. From the lands of Badenoch is where they come from. Although I'm only partially Scottish, it's still some part of my ancestry and identity that I really love to hang on to, and I've had that kilt for over a decade. I'm 31 now, and I've had it since I was 18, and so it's seen festivals, it's seen South Africa, it's seen Burning Man. Me and
Well, I'm going to let everybody know.
Been together a while.
He doesn't wear anything underneath the kilt. I don't know how I know that, but I just have a feeling. Am I right?
Traditional. You're absolutely right. I wear traditional.
Yeah.
It makes the derobing ceremony so much better.
Debbie, let's get this started. What is your burning question that you have for Danny?
Oh, how did it feel? How did it feel when you took it down?
That was something I've never experienced before because I've never hunted large game, let alone caught large game with a traditional bow. So that was absolutely mind-blowing. It was like sad, but both meaningful, and it was a game changer. Not only that, but it's really hard to describe that feeling in words because there was just so much emotion. Not only the accomplishment in itself, but the fact that I don't have to starve anymore. My friends don't starve anymore. We can start focusing on other things and relaxing, of course, too, because it had been pedal to the metal for over 2 weeks and we had nothing left in us. And just by observing the signs my body was giving me, I didn't have much longer before I just collapsed. So the kill happened. It couldn't have been at a better time. And I really honestly look at it like a gift from Mother Nature. Like she gave me this opportunity in the moment where we needed it so desperately.
It was perfect. I called you the lucky bastard.
I am a lucky bastard.
Was it?
I mean,
well, you said you had the archery. Did that help you at all? I know it's a little different. Was it luck? I mean, you hit the lungs.
Yeah, it was a lung shot. It was a beautiful shot, and I've been practicing shooting my bow for.
He builds bows, Debbie.
I didn't know if you had done that before. I know you were excited when you seen it.
They made it look like he was a kind of a first timer, but you build bows, right?
Not professionally. I've built one bow. I've built my own English longbow, and this was about 6 or 7 years ago. I was at a traditional skills gathering called Echoes in Time, which is amazing primitive skills festival, by the way. And there, the bowyer, who is a professional doing this, Carson Brown, he took me on as a student for that week. And for the next 5 days, I put in about 25 hours total of just carving and scraping, sanding, and
it's hard work.
Forming this beautiful tool out of just a chunk of log. Like it was literally a 7-foot long chunk of Western Pacific U. And
I bet Carson Brown's like, I did that. I helped Danny get there. Do you think he is? Like Carson Brown's like, look at that. That was me. I helped him. Do you think?
I got to give him a shout out. He definitely deserves it. He was an amazing teacher.
The shot looked amazing, and you looked so calm. You were relaxed. You took your time. It was awesome.
Well,
I mean, I cried. I cried too.
I cried. I cried more, believe me.
Oh my God, they're gonna eat.
Well, let's talk about how silly you were in the Boma, because we did not get to see as much as your entertainment, and we know that entertainment is something that keeps the team going. So tell me a little bit about the antics that actually happened in the Boma. I want to know some dirt.
You
Give me, and let me just tell you, Anthony called you out. He said that you were the stinky one. So let's start with him. Let's give some dirt about him. Let's get him back. Good.
So I have to say, he's right. Despite being the only one who showered out there, with mint under the armpits, like a gentleman, I still somehow brewed my own concoction that blew the competition out of the water. I don't know what it is about my armpits, but they're overachievers. Clearly.
I'm sure no one smelled great, but...
Yeah, but you kind of get used to each other's funk. I mean, you don't have a choice. So, dirt on Anthony. Oh, my guy. So, once we were at the second location, it was cold. We're on this granite outcrop, so little higher elevation, and the wind is hitting us really bad at first. And on one of those really cold nights, we played footsie with each other. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of footsie. And you know what?
He liked it.
He didn't say no.
Ooh. So you had consent and he didn't say no. That's what I like to hear. Mm-hmm. So he's easygoing. I could just footsie kind of guy, huh?
It took a while to warm up to him, though, you know. He's a gentleman. You can't just play footsie on the first night.
Oh, good tips. You're giving me good tips. I'm going to finesse them. I'm going to finesse them slowly. Thank you for that tip. But in all seriousness, what was something that was not shown that you wish was shown?
There's quite a few things, honestly. One of the biggest things is that Andrew caught a catfish by shooting it through the head with his bow and arrow.
Through the catfish plate?
Yeah, the plate on top of their head. He nailed that sucker during the first 10 days. This is before the merge, so I obviously wasn't there, but they told us about it. They even made a carving on the bow arm because they're telling the story on Andrew's bow, and that was one of the carvings, I believe. And that is such a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, catching a fish with a hook and line is great, but to shoot one with a bow and arrow, that's a really cool achievement, and I think that really should have been included.
Yeah, it really should have. We got some phone calls to make.
Yeah,
Right now, Mary.
yeah.
Right
Then some
I'll tell our assistant. Google assistant. Well, that's great.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. But what about you? What's something that you did that they didn't show? So humble.
I sang a cute little song while I was taking a shower down by the old watering hole. I forgot the song, so I can't recite it for you. I'm sorry. But
yeah, I mean, because you're so silly. How'd you get the name Giggles?
Yeah. Let's hear it.
Thought of that name just joking around with a bunch of friends at Burning Man. I've only been once, and I loved it. It was a really beautiful community, and my friends and I were just joking because I brought a bunch of LARP swords to Burning Man, like 20 of them, and we just had a ball, just, having fun and bashing on each other, and that name just came around, Giggles the Barbarian.
Giggles. I like that.
Giggles the Barbarian. And so I just kind of used that as a funny name whenever I LARPed. And the name's funny. I like it. It works for me because I try not to take things very seriously, myself especially. And it stuck. So
it's stuck. I like it.
It's just hanging out on my Facebook page. I don't have any like plans for that. It's just a funny thing I like to hang on.
Oh, I don't think I've seen what do you, if you don't mind me asking, what do you do for a living? I know I don't remember hearing.
So I've usually worked in organic agriculture or things related to that field.
Nice.
For the last 2 years, I've been working at this place that's part plant nursery, part lumberyard, part hardware store, and I run doing all sorts of fun stuff there. But I just moved temporarily to Portland to save money, living with some family, so I'm looking at jobs right now, and I'm thinking about being a forest ranger because that sounds pretty cool, and I think I'd be pretty good.
That would be really cool.
And now you're making jewelry, or I mean,
this
are
jewelry?
you gonna start selling that? Yeah.
Yes, it's
another skill there you got.
my fine. Yeah, I'll add it to my
Matching shoes. You got matching shoes, right?
Yes.
Did you bring those up?
Fortunately, there's some things you just can't get through the airport, and those rawhide shoes are one of them.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, even if they hadn't seen it, they would have smelled it.
They would have smelled it with Burberry.
What about Willie the Beast?
Oh, Willie.
Did you bring home? Did you bring him home?
No, so customs are pretty strict. There's a lot of things you can't bring through, which is unfortunate. And I'm still waiting on the hide from that water buck to be delivered. It takes a while, the processing and just waiting in line for a taxidermist to get a hold of it. I was told it might be roughly a year, which...
Holy cow.
I know, that's what I said. I'm a little bummed about it.
That's a long time. You probably go out again and come back before you get it. Are you going out again?
Not on my to-do list. I don't think I want to do Naked and Afraid again. I would love to work on similar projects, like film projects and things of that nature.
We have to start seeing your skills, though, because you have a YouTube channel and a Facebook page, right?
I do not have YouTube, no. I have a Facebook page, a Instagram, and Twitter, and they all showcase my survivalism skills, what I'm doing, updates from Africa, stuff like that.
Yeah, so I think it would be really great to see you, doing like a weekly thing and teaching me and Debbie how to survive if we ever got kicked out of the car and ended up in the woods. Like, we need to know how to survive. So I think that would be really great to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, is that something that you can teach people? Like, can you teach someone who's bougie, who's wearing a swimsuit on a podcast because it's whatever print this is? Can you teach us to survive?
I can teach you to blend in with all the other cheetahs and leopards when you're wearing that.
That's about it, huh?
They won't even know. They won't even know.
I'll just stand there. Just what's the first thing that me and Debbie should learn?
Exposure. Exposure is the first thing that's going to get you. You can go without food, without water for, a couple days, but exposure is one of the biggest things that'll get you. Our bodies just can't handle extreme weather. Well,
someone needs to teach us.
All right. Well, with that,
because we would die. Because we would die.
Or at least go hungry for a couple hours.
I'm out. I ain't going hungry. There's a lot of back scene stuff that we don't know about. Can you give us a little dirt about what were they talking about? And this was for another show, but when you got there, when you first get in the Boma, do you have to stay in there for the first night for them to clear it out, or like they lock you in for a certain amount of time?
I did see that somewhere.
Is that something that happened to you too?
When you accept challenge in Africa, you understand that if you do not have a Boma, and if you do not have a fire by nightfall, you're out of the challenge. And that is very strict. There's no wiggle room. You have to have those two things, because without both of those things going, the animals aren't scared of you. The thorns keep, snouts from digging in and, grabbing you, while the fire is just a good security measure in any case. But you will generally be safe when you have those. But if you don't, it's a huge liability, and chances are something bad happened. So they are very strict about that, and they made sure to let me know you're going to get kicked off if you don't have that.
That's a great tip. I did not know that.
But they
So
were
going to ask. Day
it out.
one, you're on a clock to get going, get where you got to get, and get it done. Wow.
Yeah. And they don't like clear out anything beforehand. You basically go there, and once it's sunset, all the Rangers leave. They go back to wherever their camp is, and it's just you. So it's very real. And unfortunately, because you can't leave your boma at night, it's like a prison sentence. It feels like you're literally trapped in there until morning.
So you can't even leave the boma to go tinkle.
No, you have to get up and tinkle in as far as you can do it, away from your shelter.
Well, I guess the guys shoot it. I mean, is that what y'all do? Do y'all shoot into the bushes?
Yeah, we shoot into the bushes like gentlemen.
So. I'm telling you, that boma was stinky. I'm telling you, the boma was stinky.
Yeah, and it got only worse when there was 3 and 4 of us in one of them.
Mm-hmm. Are you disappointed that you never really went the full way on the challenge with the female?
No. My goal here was to prove to myself that I can walk in the shoes of my ancestors, and regardless of who my partner is, I hope we get along, but the partner isn't my focus. But that being said, I will always choose teamwork over solo. Always.
Yeah. If there was a partner, I'm still undecided on who I would want as a partner, but I would want someone like you because I feel like you would teach me things and have a very pleasant, disposition about you.
I try. Thank you.
I mean, don't you agree, Debbie? I mean, Debbie loves Dan, and Dan, I think Dan would be the exact same way. You and Dan are kind of similar, just teaching and good spirit. I would rather have someone with good spirit and good, teaching skills over someone who's really, really good but does not have a good personality. Yeah,
I see where you're coming from. Yep, communication is extremely important out there. That's one of the big things. Yeah, you gotta be able to talk through your issues and your challenges and things like that, and do it in a passionate and mature way, and just understanding that you're all cranky, you're all tired, you're all feeling it.
Mm-hmm. Did the guys ever get on your nerves at all? Like, I mean, seriously, because it looked like a love sausage fest. I know y'all loved each other, but was there any point in time you're like, ugh, Anthony, quit singing, or, Chris, stop talking about, lions, because that's my favorite animal. I'm like, what? I mean, was there anything? Give me anything.
I had to start the fire a lot, so I got a little cranky about that. But other than that, we had really great synergy. This episode was amazing for a lot of reasons, but also because there's no drama, there's no people going back and forth at each other. We all communicated so well, and we accomplished so many great things together. Like, I am so grateful to have had a group or 2 challenges where we've all gotten along really well and there's no drama. So I feel very lucky for that. I've seen those episodes that don't have that magical combination, and it can get rough.
Yeah, I think you guys were paired excellent.
Yes, but you also need that little bit of drama, I think, for the show to be successful, for the masses. We get the Sausage Fest, we get the Team Lilies, we get the people who, don't have the same level of survival skills. So I think we need all of it. But I definitely liked your synergy, as you called it, the best. That's the best way to see, because it was genuine, it was touching. I don't know if you know this, but I wrote a news article about, the hugs that you gave Andrew when he left, because I feel like y'all are changing the world a little bit, because, naked men hugging and loving each other and meaning it. I mean, yes. I think it's a little part of changing the world.
I agree. I think toxic masculinity is a big issue, especially in our country. And I think, like you said, showing that on an international platform is really great. It normalizes men sharing their feelings. It normalizes men opening up. It normalizes men giving physical touch to help each other, just a hug. That's all it is.
Yes. A touch.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Just
well,
a
Debbie,
little
you have anything?
Goes a long way.
A little foot game, means a lot. Playing fussies with men is wonderful. We need to see that more. Mm-hmm. Debbie, you got anything else before we get started?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask one more question before we do like a little round here of questions, and they're going to be like speed questions.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Andrew, real quick, it didn't really show in depth if you guys were like trying to talk them into staying a lot. I mean, it didn't like show it, but did you guys like try to, you can do it, or just try and give it another day, or is there anything we can do, to help you the way you're feeling? I never seen anything or ever with anybody.
Yeah, I think
go into that with them.
I think that's just another case of the editors trying to save time. A few of us noticed that, throughout that night, a lot of us were doing pretty bad, and we were trying to comfort each other. And that morning, we noticed Andrew was doing quite bad with his mental health, and we talked to him, and he and Chris were very close. So Chris was talking to him a lot. They had been through a lot together. And so we did what we could to help bring the spirits up. But I can tell you that once you go through a night like that, it pulls everything out of you. From Colorado,
you just know you're done.
From Colorado to Africa, like there are just those nights that are so punishing, so long, and so cold that by the time the sun comes up, your spirit's really broken. And I remember thinking about tapping out, both in Colorado and during night 11. I'm like, am I about to get hypothermia again? Oh. And man, the cold is one of the worst enemies when you're trying to survive there. It's just absolutely terrible.
And this, you were in the same location as the episode last week, right? The Limpopo, and it looked completely different. Was it the same place?
I'm not sure I get your question.
The last episode.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, but they looked kind of different.
Yeah,
Two different kind of locations.
I noticed that. I Googled it, and we're in a similar part of South Africa. They were just a little bit northwest. So we were.
Oh, okay.
They were in a slightly drier environment.
Mm-hmm.
But it looked like they had a nice big river at their location, so that's good. And they were also in South Africa during their hot season.
Okay, let's talk about you on your first episode. You almost died. You were stubborn. I'm not 100% sure your debris shelter was the best idea. What if you could change something on that show? What would you change? Because you almost died. You were so stubborn.
Yep.
You didn't want to go.
Well, there's a lot of factors because of that storm. No matter what I did, that storm was going to hit me anyway. There wasn't. It's one thing to be hit with a storm for like 1 or 2 days, but I sheltered myself for 4 days, and I was told the storm would go on a 5th day. And when you're naked, I mean, hypothermia is almost inevitable at that point.
Well, give me some background dirt, because I'm a little mad at the medic, because the medic was like, well, just be honest with me. Are you okay? But if you're not okay, you don't know you're okay. I was like, he's not okay. Get him out of there. The
medic was very good about checking up on me consistently throughout the day, throughout the night, during that storm. It was after a medical check that they realized, I was going through stage 2 of hypothermia. But I'd say if I had to go do anything differently, I'd say probably just gather more fluffy materials and more branches for the shelter. Debris shelters, the debris hut you saw, is basically a frame of branches, and then inside it's supposed to be stuffed. I mean, stuffed with dry, fluffy leaves. My problem was that there weren't enough dry, fluffy leaves around that area. That there's just not a lot of supply. So it was tough to get what I needed. And also, when you have consistent rain for so long, you're eventually going to get some little drips coming through. You know, these shelters are temporary unless you continue to build off of them.
So most people say, like, you know your body when they go to tap. You know, you just know when you can't take anymore. Did you ever get there? Did you fight it? Like, you did not want to go.
I did. When it came to my mental health, there was a moment where I questioned things because I had to spend 72 straight hours lying down in the same position like a mummy, because otherwise going outside you get hypothermia even quicker. So in the 72 hours of basically complete darkness, with the state I was in and with no visual stimulation and nothing to eat, whatnot, I noticed my mind started to go a little bit weird. I started to lose track of time. Spatial awareness kind of started to slip a bit. Just getting lost in loops in your own mind.
Yeah. So you noticed it a little bit.
Yeah, and even on day 5 of my first challenge, because I had not slept at all in 5 days, I was starting to hallucinate. And it's like... It's not a psychedelic thing. It's like you're going about your business.
How do you know what a psychedelic thing is like?
I would.
I'm just wondering. How do you know?
I'm
just throwing that out there. You said it real comfortable. It's like it's completely different.
Please tell us.
Please tell us how you know. Okay, I'm going. Go ahead.
That one's for a different podcast.
Okay, different podcast.
Okay.
So it's like in the peripheral vision, you see a blur of motion real quick. And your brain tries to tell you that it's like a squirrel or a rabbit or something like that. But the reality is you're just losing it.
You're just losing your mind.
So that was an interesting observation. And then it was like day 11 or 12, right before the medic tapped me out. That's when I noticed that my internal thoughts were getting really weird. Spatial awareness was out the window. And as far as cold, I was definitely on the edge, but I was still out there trying to make fire. And even when I was preparing my materials for that fire, it was still raining. It was hailing. Yep. Like, the moment they filmed me, that last moment was like a break in the weather, because it had been just dumping on me until then. That was a really rough,
horrible.
But
I love it when I get to talk about cuddling. And in this episode, I love cuddling. And your girlfriend at the time, you do too. Sarah gave you permission to cuddle. So I want to give props to Sarah for giving you permission to cuddle.
In the first episode?
In the first episode.
Yeah.
In the first episode, she gave him permission to cuddle. And your partner tapped out. You didn't have anyone to cuddle with. You had the idea of 2 separate debris shelters. I mean, wouldn't it have been smarter just to have one and cuddle with her?
I don't know if the show edited that oddly.
Oh no, she wanted 2 separate ones.
I think she wanted a different style of structure. And we were kind of debating which structure would be best. But as far as what you need for very cold conditions and very rainy conditions, the debris shelter I made is a very good option, but it doesn't work unless you are stuffing it full of leaves. Because other than that, it's just a roof. If you're not,
or if you have me, or if you had me with you, because I would keep you very warm.
Right. With all our cheetah print goodies.
Yes, I'm like, don't worry, I got you.
Yeah, I'll bring
We're gonna stay warm tonight, darling.
My item too.
So did you get a little nervous when you guys were in the cave, or the first night when you guys were all together and it got really cold? Did it make you a little nervous?
Yeah.
Like, here we go.
The night 11 is what that was, and that was by far the most ruthless night in the entire experience. There were a couple rainy days of like day 7 and 8 where it rained on us during the night. But we handled that. But in terms of just like bone chilling cold and wind tearing at you, night 11 was horrible. The show said it was like 50 degrees at one point, but in my experience, that felt a lot more like in the 40s. And then you add the wind chill, and it gets pretty dangerous. And that cave that we had, that was acting like a wind funnel. That was why we were getting hammered so hard. So you learn something every day. And that following day, we shored up that cave. We used it only for what we needed to, like storing meat later on and stuff like that. But
Your own little personal refrigerator.
Yeah, night 11, I was curious if we were all going to get hypothermia. Because it was, we only had just enough firewood. So it started to get nervous. Like, oh no, are we gonna freeze out here at 4 a.m? Hope not.
Well, and then you got lucky with the bamboo the next day, right?
Yeah, the bamboo was, you can make so much out of bamboo. I love it. And as an herbalist, I was tickled to find more plant material out there. The bamboo allowed us to create individual cups.
Oh, bring it out. Oh, I can't see it. Put it right in front of you because I can't see it. Okay, so it's time for the goodie bag. We've never had a goodie bag on the show.
Oh, gifts! We got gifts. I'm not sure what I'm looking at. Okay, they let you bring that? Oh,
is that from Africa?
Yeah.
Oh wow,
yeah.
That's amazing. What else do you have?
Oh, I got plenty of goodies. What are you looking for?
Well, Anthony's phone number.
Oh, I got
my gosh.
got Anthony's phone number right here. One moment.
It's good. The pot?
Yeah, so we've got the pot. I've got a whole bunch of goodies in here. I have the arrow shaft that broke off.
Oh, that's cool.
Because when...
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
When the animal fell down finally, she fell on the side that had the arrow puncture in it. And so she pushed it through her other side, and it broke the shaft of the arrow in the process. So I managed to get that on my bag. I brought the wooden knife. So
wow.
I carved this knife right here. This was probably day 4 or 5 of our challenge, so it's just me and Anthony at this point. We're sharing an axe, which is inconvenient when there's chores to do, so I created this neat little knife. And
that is so cool.
This is from the mapani tree, or the ironwood tree, and it's super, super dense. I was able to process catfish with it, do other chores with it, harvest leaves and
real
debris.
Fast.
Yeah.
Who made the chopsticks?
Yeah, I seen that. Like, they made chopsticks. I didn't know it was a branch and you were just squeezing it.
That was amazing.
Yeah, I made chopsticks in Colorado, too. I had all sorts of kitchen utensils out there. I made tea in Africa because I mentioned they have wild mint. I made some mint tea. Not as nice as, like the mint you would grow in your garden here, but I'll take what I can get out there.
You are very freaking crafty. What else you got?
Ooh, all sorts of stuff. I have this. This is probably one of my favorites. Maybe I can. This I found by a riverside. This is a mineral called biotite. I just got this cool slab of rock. It looks beautiful.
Oh.
It looks like ocean waves, I think, and it's just visually stunning.
Yes. It reminds me of the ocean. Like the rocks, maybe that, the ocean kicks up on. I can imagine water going against it. That is beautiful.
Yeah, so when you're looking at a granite countertop, this is the material that makes up those black spots in the granite countertop.
Oh.
Biotite.
Biotype. I think it's amazing that you know this kind of thing. He's a real survivalist, Debbie.
Yeah.
I'm also a
Looking at a real-
geologist. I studied geology in community college,
Oh, wow.
but I decided not to walk down that path after I got my associate's degree. And
Why is that?
what's that?
Why is that? Why is that?
Why is that?
Change it up.
I'm very passionate about geology and earth science, but I just didn't feel like it was my calling to become a geologist. It could have been super lucrative, but I don't know. I'll admit I was a bit scared of the math classes, but all in all, I just felt like it wasn't my path to walk, and maybe
It's a
that's
little boring too.
that was for the best because now I'm here and I have all these cool
Yes.
stories of Africa.
Yeah, you got more skills to display.
Yes, I do. I'm in the water business and I have to do dirt tests all the time.
Ooh.
And yes, and it's, you put your hands in the dirt and you feel it and you have to rate the dirt, Debbie. And it's just a lot of people think I'm real girly, but yes, I am real girly, but I will get in that dirt and I rate the dirt and
But you're
grade
ready to
it.
get your hands dirty though.
I am. I get my hands dirty all the time, and it's a little boring, but it's important because you have to understand. I mean, there has to be people out there who understand the dirt so houses don't cave in, and so you have the right kind of protect our water sources.
I'm sorry. There's a whole dirty side to her that
No.
she's not talking about.
That's another podcast too.
That's another podcast.
Yes. So show us your microphone, your necklace. Did you make it shorter? Because it seemed like, yeah, there we go. And so the microphone is just in there and it's waterproof, or it's a really good microphone. Is it still in there?
The mic is no longer in there. This is the original, but they also gave me an extra just to have. But they don't have the microphone in them. On set they do, and they essentially wire the necklace to the bag, which has a battery in it.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, say if you are going to go in the water or you're going to get soaked or something, they might ask you to wear a necklace that does not have a mic so that the film can be consistent, but you're not just breaking their equipment all the time.
Right.
Lost them.
Okay.
Unfortunately, again, we lost some of Danny's episode. I apologize for it. I am talking to my podcast platform to see how we can fix this situation. But again, we want to thank Danny for being on the show, and please go follow him. It was great talking to him. He sends his love. He had really great, funny things to say at the end, and I believe he did like a heart sign when he signed off, which was adorable. Love him. Thanks for tuning in to Oh Heck Nah, the Naked and Afraid podcast. Until next time.